Hi, this is Alyssa Brelli, website editor for Commercial Integrator. Today, I'm delighted to have Tom Devine, marketing director for AVPro, joining in on a discussion about the command and control room market. This is, of course, part of Commercial Integrator's Command and Control Room Deep Dive Report in the August edition of Commercial Integrator and Security Sales and Integration. This will be spotlighted throughout the month of August online. Welcome, Tom. So great to have you here today.
Well, thank you so much for having me on.
Let's jump right into it. What are some common challenges faced by command centers and mission-critical operations that AVPro Edge's products help to solve?
Yeah, thank you so much for asking. Command centers are a very specific type of install, and it's an install that is mission critical. A lot of these are taking places in government facilities. If they're private, it's something that it places a lot of importance for the company, the entity, the organization that has a command center. So really what AV Pro Edge is trying to really stand out in that is we're trying to stand out on three things: stability, reliability, and interoperability. Stability, we manufacture our own products from the ground up. We select every single component. We make TAA compliant products here in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, where I'm located right now, so in the heart of the USA. So we know that we have that stable product because we get to pick it. We engineer it, and we know that we engineer it for stability, choose the components for stability. And then reliability, we because of it's so stable, we can offer a 10-year warranty on our product. And then interoperability, we play nice with the world of command centers. The command centers, you're going to have countless products, from displays, monitors, cables, speakers, amplifiers, security cameras. I mean, so many different things go into a command center. And as AV Pro Edge, we are the infrastructure, the distribution backbone of all of those products. We connect all of those products. So interoperability is of the utmost importance to us. So really that stability, reliability, and interoperability are really the things that AV Pro Edge focuses on to, help those command center clients.
What are some of the latest innovations or features in your products that address the unique needs of these mission-critical projects?
Yeah. Thanks so much for asking. We have at AV Pro Edge, how we get our ideas is we listen to the installer, the integrator, the consultant. They're telling us, hey, we need to see this in the market. We need to see that in the market. And so we take that information and we put it directly into our products. As I said before, we're manufacturing our own products. So we get to take that information and we get to immediately put it into our engineers' brains, and they put it into our products, and we can get it into market really, really quickly. And so that allows us to have a lot of innovations and features that address specifically for mission critical projects like command centers. One of those things is going to be, we have TAA compliant products. I mean, if you have a government job, a military job, you need to ensure that the chips that were used in those products are secure, that they were made in a TAA compliant location. And our location is in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, in the United States. So we're very proud of that. We're building electronics in the heart of the USA that are then going into jobs that people can, know that the security level is there for these products. But even more so, we have a lot of features that aren't just focused on military or government jobs. We are an AV company. We do AV distribution. What we're talking about for command centers, most of the times it's AV over IP, so a network solution. And so we go beyond audio video signals by also distributing Ethernet, USB, and control to all different points of a network. So that allows you to send your audio and video signals from your sources to your displays, but it also allows you to connect a computer, share a keyboard or mouse, connect a USB camera, a USB microphone, and also share those signals throughout your command center. So you may have a hub off to the side that is a meeting room or a breakout room, but you want to still make sure that in that breakout room, you can see any of the sources, have access to any of the computers that are being utilized in the command center, and that can be set up through the AVPro Edge video distribution infrastructure. So you have TAA, you have USB, and then the last one, or not the last thing, but infrastructure. So AVPro Edge and most video distribution forever has been on copper wires. That's how we send speaker wires. That's what Ethernet wire is, and that's what HDMI cables are. But we allow the option at AVPro Edge to use fiber optics. So you can have your entire infrastructure of video distribution coming and going all using a fiber optic infrastructure. So you don't have to worry about EMI, you don't have to worry about distancing, and you get a large pipeline for data to flow through nicely. And that's with every single one of our products. So you don't have to just select a product that is made for fiber. No, you can use copper or you can use fiber. We leave those choices to the integrator, trying to give that installer the features they need to have an easy install, not have to worry about what kind of cabling they're going to use. And then the last thing that I really wanted to talk about when we're talking about innovations and features is, as we get into AV over IP, which is that backbone infrastructure for video distribution in a command center, you are having to know a lot about networking. And we may be in an industry that knows a lot about audio video. And if a networking or an IT guy came to do one of our jobs that has to work with audio video signals, they would be very scared and they wouldn't know what to do. And it can be the same way, not until the same extent, but it can be that same way with us audio video people going into the world of networking. Well, at AVPro Edge, we have a backbone of networking. We may manufacture our own network switches that also have a 10-year warranty. Try to find that somewhere else. We are backing behind our networks, and so what we can offer is non-blocking network infrastructure. So that means if you have multiple buildings that are a part of your command center and you have one network switch go down in a building, that doesn't take out your entire system. We can still, any of the sources can get to any of the displays on the system, even when one portion of it may lose power or different things like that. So we try to put those features into our products, not because we think they're great, but because we've actually heard from the integrators that they are looking for these type of features. And so we use that information and we put it directly into our products.
Can you explain how AVPro Edge's video distribution technology ensures seamless and instantaneous access to real-time video feeds in mission-critical environments?
Oh yeah, man. I mean, we're talking instantaneous. That's how exciting, right? We're all living in this world of video, and as we had to move to HDMI and worry about some different newer technology to get the resolutions we wanted, it wasn't as easy to just switch in and have one source go to another source with no interruptions. A lot of times we were seeing black screens. We were seeing a 3-second drop. We were seeing different things when we wanted to switch sources because of the way Handshake works with DisplayPort and HDMI and these new types of video signals. Well, AVPro's engineers know that in a mission critical environment like a command center, there is not a choice for dropping out signal. And so what AVPro Edge does is we have built this solution, and our solution is an AV over IP solution we call MXNet. And our MXNet lineup is this ecosystem of products that allows people to build the correct video distribution system for their command center, for their next project. And by having this full infrastructure of MXNet and this AV over IP infrastructure, it allows the users that they can now choose any of the sources that are connected to any of the displays. So if they have their monitor in front of them, they can select using the control system what they want to see. If they have a large 30-foot screen in front of them, they can put multiple different sources on that screen in any layouts that they choose. So, and when they want to switch from one source to another, there's never any dropouts. We get an instantaneous switch from source to source, no matter if you're switching from source 1 to source 219, that instantaneous happens. And it is because of this AV over IP backbone in our MXNet solution that allows for that to happen.
Could you share some examples of how AVPro Edge's solutions have performed in real-world mission-critical applications?
Yes. It's all about, I can say, this is how great our solution is, and we do this and we do that. But I'm like all of you listeners. I want to hear the real world. Can this actually work? Is this a viable solution for a command center? And the answer is yes. We're already deployed in many command centers. We have private companies like large car washes that have to have hundreds of locations of car washes. They need to have their security monitors all going into command center. You may think that, what does a car wash need a command center for? Well, we've done multiple of those, and those are kind of our smaller command centers, all the way up to our larger government facilities where they are looking for TAA products, like the Utah Department of Transportation. So in Utah, they have thousands of IP cameras all along the state, all over their roads, and all those cameras feed into one location, this Department of Transportation command center. And so AVPro Edge was chosen for the solution by our partners, TVS Pro, to distribute the video signals from all of those cameras into the actual command center location. TVS Pro set up beautiful multi-view layouts so that all of the users could, with a switch of a button, look at one giant image, or they could look at 4 cameras at the same time, or they could look at 8 cameras at the same time, and so on and so on, allowing them to really, at that location, what they're doing is they're saving lives by noticing and tracking where accidents are happening on the interstate and ensuring that not another accident happens because of that first accident. So it's obviously mission critical deployment. It's a very large scale deployment, and it's what now Utah has been trusting that this technology for a little over a year now, and they've had nothing but nice things to say about us, and excited for Utah as a whole to use AVPro Edge and MXNet into their other facilities.
The Utah Department of Transportation is such a great example, and it can also be found on our website as well. AVPro Edge offers a 10-year warranty and award-winning support services. Can you elaborate on what these support services include and how they benefit integrators?
Definitely. And so the 10 years, that speaks for itself. 10 years is a lot. When you buy a product, you can't imagine that we're talking about electronics and technology, that 10 years later that you're still going to have coverage. And that's how AVPro, how we set it up. And number one with our support is, we know who our audience is. We know that we're talking to the experts of the industry. We know that you're not some, geek off the street. If you're installing our products, you are a professional. And so we assume that you already have that professional information. So we're not going to spend an hour saying, hey, did you terminate this rightly? Did you, do you know what an HDMI cable is? I mean, what are you using? No, we go for this problem, and then we look for the solution. And we don't just look for our products. Our tech support team, which are all CTS certified, are able to not solve the problem with our product. They solve the problem with your installation. So we have a massive testing facility where I talked about interoperability before. We have all products from every other manufacturer, so we can set up the same scenarios that you're in, and we can try to duplicate the things that are happening and find a solution quickly. And that really all comes down to support that has oversight from the engineers that develop the products. So if you're talking to our support, when they go to an advanced level person for questions, they're not going to somebody we hired to be the advanced level. They're going to the person that invented the product. So they know it from nuts to bolts. And, as a veteran owned, woman owned, mom and pop, company that is AVPro Edge, we hold that very, very seriously, and we want to give that kind of extra support that you're not going to find from a lot of other technology companies out there.
Is there anything else you'd like to add? Do you have any closing thoughts?
Well, I want to say thank you for having me. The last thing I want to say is um, our command centers that we're developing are developed as I talked about for reliability, interoperability, and longevity. We not only offer a 10-year warranty, but we put redundancy features in a lot of our products so that if something does go wrong, your system doesn't go wrong. So you add redundancy with TAA available products and that 10-year warranty and the stability we have. Choosing AVPro Edge is going to give you a leg up in your next installation.
Well, thank you so much, Tom, for joining me today, and thanks again for sharing all your insights.
Yes, thanks so much for having me. I really do appreciate it. I appreciate putting a light on command centers. This is a great industry, and we don't talk about the command center enough, which is a very specific job that a lot of companies are coming together to offer solutions for. So big shout out to Commercial Integrator for being able to highlight this great part of the industry.
Thank you. Please check back on commercialintegrator.com throughout the month of August, and of course in print for all things command and control room related.
Wow.